Laura Lee apologizes for racist tweets.
And Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin postpone their wedding.
And Lily Reinhart and Cole Sprouse were both hacked on Twitter.
All that and more on this week's DHR Recap.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly DHR, where we break down the biggest DHR stories from the week. We had so much news this week, including sad news, the death of an icon.
But first, let's get into an update on Demi's overdose.
TMZ is reporting that in the early morning hours of July 24th, Demi returned home from celebrating a friend's birthday at Saddle Ranch, and she texted a drug dealer who she allegedly had been using since May. So after receiving his text, he then reportedly came to her house around 4 a.m. and the two of them smoked oxycodone from tinfoil, also known as freebasing. However, the drug was laced with an opiate, fentanyl, the same drug that killed Prince, Tom Petty, and Michael Jackson, and is responsible for more than half of all overdose-related deaths, including 20,000 deaths in the U.S. alone in 2015. So allegedly, once the dealer noticed Demi was in bed breathing very heavily, the dealer fled her home, where she remained until her staff and friends found her at around 11:30 a.m., when they immediately called 911, and while waiting for the medics to arrive, one used Narcan that they had on hand to revive her. So you guys probably know the update from here. She went to the hospital for almost 2 weeks, then she went to a rehab facility in Arizona, and then she was flown out to Chicago to meet a specialist. So she is on the mend currently. Also, a source told E! News that she's gonna be in rehab for a long time, but that she hasn't been in communication with anyone and is really focusing on herself, which includes limited contact with her ex-boyfriend Wilmer Valderrama, who has visited her several times while she was in the hospital.
So as crazy and as heartbreaking as those new updates are, I actually am so glad that Demi is taking the time to take care of herself, that she's on the mend, that she's in rehab. Like, just I'm so happy about that.
Completely agree. Take as much time as you need.
Moving on from that story, Laura Lee apologized for some pretty nasty tweets, and Renee has that story.
YouTuber extraordinaire Laura Lee just took a swift exit from Twitter after she faced backlash for a racist tweet that just recently surfaced. Back in 2012, Laura wrote, quote, "Tip for all black people, if you pull your pants up, you can run from the police faster. Hashtag you're welcome." Laura was heavily criticized for the horrifically racist words, but instead of responding to fans' concerns or apologizing for her past actions, she decided to deactivate her account. One person tweeted, quote, "Laura Lee was just exposed as a raging racist, and instead of apologizing, she deleted all her tweets and her Twitter. No apology. She's a coward and still a racist. Yikes." Laura's Instagram account is still up and running, but her comments are being infiltrated with hate messages, like one user who said, quote, "So when is the Instagram going bye-bye too? I'm waiting." And another saying she will release an apology when her PR team comes up with it.
You know, the good news here is that at least she apologized. I know she had like deleted her Twitter, and people were really upset about it, but I am glad that she came back and she did apologize.
I am too, but her BFF, Gabriel Zamora, also has to apologize for some tweets, and yeah. All right, but in other news, some very sad news this week. An icon passed away, Aretha Franklin, at the age of 76. So American icon Aretha Franklin died this morning. Her family recently revealed that Aretha was gravely ill due to a battle with pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately, the singer-songwriter known as the Queen of Soul lost her battle with the illness today. Aretha had dozens of iconic songs, including Respect, Chain of Fools, and Think, and celebrities from all over took to social media to share their condolences and pay their respects. John Legend tweeted, quote, "Salute to the Queen, the greatest vocalist I've ever known." Meanwhile, Josh Gad shared, quote, "R.I.P. Aretha Franklin, you changed music forever and will be remembered as one of the all-time greats. The world has less soul today than it has for the last 76 years. Ariana Grande simply shared a picture of Aretha with the caption "Forever" followed by a heart emoji. Honestly, Aretha Franklin has such an impact on my life, and you know, still very sad, but I also am very glad that she doesn't have to suffer anymore, and we'll forever have her music in our hearts.
Yeah, if you want to see an awesome tribute to her, Ariana Grande sang Natural Woman on Jimmy Fallon, and then she got teary when she got off stage, so you guys should go check that out. But let's move on to some relationship drama, rumors possibly, that Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin might be on the outs. So Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin are apparently slowing down when it comes to their wedding plans, leaving a lot of people to wonder, are they on the rocks right now? Just because they are slowing down their wedding plans does not necessarily mean that there is trouble in paradise, you guys. According to People, a source has revealed that the wedding planning has slowed down a bit, but they still don't want a long engagement, but they are also not rushing the wedding. A source went on to say that it was getting quite intense and they realized they want to enjoy being engaged for a while. It's not like they need to rush. They aren't slowing things down because they are unsure if they want to get married. They definitely want to get married. Now hearing this news after Justin was photographed crying in New York City with Hailey just last week has some questioning if everyone is actually okay in this relationship. TMZ caught up with Justin after the tears were shed and asked him about the cry sesh. It appears he was going to ignore the question, but then before getting into his car, he held up a book by Timothy Keller called The Meaning of Marriage and said, quote, this. When asked what it meant, he said, you got good days and you got bad days. It's not real if it doesn't have any bad days. Look, getting married is a big commitment. They should not be rushing into this. I'm glad they're taking their time if this is actually true.
Yeah, there's really no need to rush at all. But in other relationship news, Cole Sprouse and Lily Reinhart were both hacked literally within days of each other on Twitter, and Drew brought us that story.
Just a few days after Cole's Twitter account was hacked, his girlfriend Lily Reinhart was hacked as well, but they leaked a nude photo of a woman they claimed to be Lily. If you recall, Lily tweeted on Monday, Cole's Twitter has been hacked, by the way. People who do that, seriously. While we're not sure if the hackers who hacked Cole are the same ones that hacked Lily, it appears they want us to believe so. The hacker tweeted the nude photo from Lily's account and said, quote, shouldn't have talked about us. Here's to Lily fans, found this masterpiece in iCloud. Now, even though having a nude leak is traumatizing, fans have debunked the hacker's claim. Multiple fans took to Twitter to let people know that there is no way they can be Lily because of a mole above her stomach. One fan tweeted, they tried, Lily has moles on her stomach. Lily's rep confirms fan speculation that the photo is in fact a fake. According to The Blast, the photo in question was actually an old photo from a pornographic website that dated back in 2012, so it's further evidence that the photo in question was not of the star.
Honestly, getting hacked isn't fun. I've never been hacked. I hope I never will be. But at least, if anything, they have like a bonding story now. We were both hacked.
Yeah. It's the first time for everything.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten hacked either, but I'd be so embarrassed. Not because I have nudes, but because I have so many selfies. So embarrassing. But let's move on to the part of the show that's my favorite part of the show, and that is when we get to read your comments on camera. So if you get a hankering for talking some shade in the comments about us, we see you and you are clocked. Although that's not what this is about. That sounded very aggressive. I don't know where that came from. Sorry,
aggressive.
It's the weekend. I can't help myself. Okay, let's start with Humna Ali, who said, I have an exam and I'm watching this. OMG, I need to concentrate on the syllabus. Relatable. I needed all the distractions that I could get in college, which I'm gonna age myself right now, but when I was in college, I didn't have YouTube to distract me, at least not the way it is today. So I'm jealous that you have us to distract you.
And I think we're pretty great distractions. Listen,
Right.
I'm just saying, I know I'm a little biased, but
Right.
my favorite comment comes from, but did you die though? Which, it's the first time I'm actually like reading your name. When I copied this comment, I didn't read your screen name. Anyway, you said Justin needs to focus on himself before throwing himself into a marriage. Yes, Justin has come a long way, but however, you can tell there's something else there and something else wrong, and I feel like he got married to fix the things within himself. Listen, I've said this before, I'm all for them taking their time. There literally is no rush, and I feel like it's better to take your time, figure things out before you put that ring on the finger and like actually make that lifelong commitment, because if you don't figure those things out before, then you may end up having issues in your marriage.
And being a celebrity in a marriage is hard. There's a prenup.
Yeah.
There's so much more at stake than just like, what if it doesn't work?
Right.
So yeah, don't jump in unless you know what you're jumping into.
Jumping into.
I can't
You
talk.
need to jump into the comment section, and we may see your comment next week, though.
And it needs to be nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be.
I mean, I want it to be. It makes me feel better about myself. All right, that is it for this week's recap. Did you guys have a favorite story? If so, let's talk about it in the comments.
Yes, also make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't already, listen to Ariana Grande's Sweetener, because we're still listening to it right now.
So good. All
And we'll see
right.
you guys
Yeah.
next time, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
because
maybe
the
Tuesday.
VMAs are tomorrow,
VMAs are
you guys.
tomorrow, yeah.
Make sure to subscribe to Clevver News for the VMA coverage also. But yeah, Tuesday it is. So.
Okay,
Bye,
fine,
bye,
bye.
bye.
But before you go, click right over here to see if Jeffree Star shaded Manny and UA.
And also, since you're here, we've said it before and we will say it again. Subscribe to our channel, y'all.
You might as well, you're right here.
Might as well.